what it's for.
It is, yeah.
I've always wondered.
This car sounds so damn good. We're in the museum and Tim has given me the keys to his C63 Black Series. How menacing does the front end of this car look? I can't wait to get behind the wheel. For the 50th time, I just walked over to the passenger seat instead of the driver's seat, so we'll try that again. And off the Senna goes. Oh my God, that is loud.
Believe it or not, that is a completely factory exhaust system.
No way.
Bones.
That was one of the loudest cars I've ever heard. Here we go, now we get to hear the Black Series with the aftermarket exhaust in tune. Well, here we go, off to Goodwood in the C63 Black Series. That GT8 really does look cool on the road. Look at that. The Ford GT, the GT8, and the C63 Black Series. The road presence of that Ford GT is unmatched. And there he goes. Listen to the sound of this V8. I mean, that is absolutely insane. Here comes the GT8. Oh, the overrun. Listen to the downshifts. And here comes the GT Black Series in Solar Beam Yellow. That looks awesome. Two Black Series next to each other.
Just looks like a spaceship on the road. And that red, oh.
Now, could you imagine if the new Ford GT sounded as good as this? That would be epic. Or as good as this GT8. That thing is ballistic. Oh, my ears. I love it.
I'm gonna hang back a little bit and I think we might reunite here.
So I do think it's cool that we've got radios in every single car. Tim said that 3 years ago to this day was when he was tragically taking a Senna to Goodwood Festival of Speed and a truck changed lanes straight into him and wrecked the quarter panel. So hopefully it's a safe journey this time. I am still so confused about these speed cameras. Like, is this sign right here, is that a speed camera, or it might be a speed camera? How do you know when it's an average speed or just a flat out speed? Yeah.
So the normal speed is kind of, you know, good looking, quite nice. The average speed is like, maybe eventually.
I'm trying to not get a ticket, Zach. That is nice. I came to England almost purely to avoid LA traffic, and it's worse than the 405. What's going on? Is this typical?
Yeah, this is the M25.
All right, cool. Oh, that thing is fast. Well, this has been a pretty eventful run so far, and we haven't even gotten to the good roads yet. Look at the dog checking out the Ford GT, that's awesome. Doing a little lunch stop now. Check out all the cars lined up next to each other. GT, I'm loving the Black Series. We'll talk more about specific specs and what it's like to drive later on in the video. The GT8 and the GT Black Series. And this is how lunch is served, SHMEE150 style, on the back of a Black Series. To be fair, it's a pretty good table. See, the real advantage of the dual wing setup is you can put the desserts on the lower portion for after you finish the upper wing.
That's what it's for.
It is, yeah.
I've always wondered.
And then if you need a little extra help, you click the button on the inside, it just flips your soda up into your mouth and you're good to go.
How dare you make that lady miss her ferry?
Tunnel ahead. behind the wheel of the C63 Black Series, the most intense C63 Mercedes has ever made. 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8, essentially the same powertrain that's in the Mercedes SLS AMG. It's actually got the crankshaft from the SLS as well as the forged pistons from the SLS. It's over 200 pounds lighter than the standard C63, 1.6 inches wider at the front and 3.1 inches wider at the back on Michelin Pilot Supersport tires. So we've got extra track, extra grip, and it sounds absolutely insane. The only real shortcoming of this car that I've found so far is the gearbox. It's a 7-speed MCT transmission. Mercedes claimed that at the time they couldn't handle the torque in a dual clutch gearbox, which I don't quite understand because there's plenty of DCT cars with more torque than this. Total power output, 510 horsepower and 457 pound-feet of torque. But the real show-stopping feature of the Black Series is the engine. I mean, it sounds so damn good. And on overrun, you get these backfires, these crackles. Listen to that. Sure, the new AMG GT Black Series is much faster, but it doesn't sound as good as this thing does. Now, surprisingly, it actually handles pretty well. The steering is nice and tight. The car feels very stable despite being rear-wheel drive. We've got plenty of grip. Brakes are phenomenal. They got 1 inch bigger rotors than on the standard C63. And you know, for only 510 horsepower, this car pulls really, really hard. Now, if you'll notice in the back, there's actually rear seats back there. It's a no-cost option in this car to have seats or no seats. If it was my personal choice, I think having no seats in the back is a, you know, cooler, more sporty look to the car. Also, I imagine saves a bit of weight, but for practicality reasons, it is nice to have the rear seats. Nice analog instrument cluster with a speedo that goes up to 200 miles an hour. Now, this car actually has a top speed of 190 miles an hour because of that massive rear wing. Listen to this. This is a crazy tight road through the forest. Definitely giving that finely tuned adjusted track suspension a run for its money with all these bumps and potholes. This is something else. Look at this truck trying to make the turn with the GT. Oh, please make it around the GT. Oh, we made it.
It's tight. Well done, Mr. Lorry, man. You did a good job.
Ooh, I like the sequential taillights on the Black Series. That looks quite nice. Coming into Goodwood Festival of Speed. Oh, I love this place. And it's our second time here before the show's even started.
We were here before SHMEE150
That's
fact.
That's hard to do. Like, really hard to do. How beautiful is that? And on this episode, we off-road SHMEE150's Black Series.
Spin the wheels up.
Could you imagine?
I've had your heated seat on this whole journey.
Have you? That's why I'm sweating, damn it! Well, this is a unique surface, driving on metal plates into Goodwood. Probably good for burnouts, don't you think? Just kidding, Tim.
So I've just found something. I saw a knob and I wanted to turn it, so when you swivel that, it opens a vent up, so it actually cools the glove box.
That's pretty cool, actually, especially on a Black Series. It's quite cool.
It's quite cool.
All the cars being parked up on the lawn. Well, how cool is this? The first cars on the supercar lawn at Goodwood Festival of Speed. Now, we've done the driving portion of the video. Let me walk you around the C63 and show you why it's so awesome. So now that we're at Goodwood Festival of Speed, we can talk about the exterior of the C63 Black Series. I have to say, this is one of the coolest looking Mercedes they've ever made. I love the extremely aggressive front bumper. Now, part of the aerodynamics package, we've got this carbon fiber front splitter, and then if you come around to the side, check this out. From the factory, we've got these massive canards on the side, vented hood. You can hear some drifting in the background because we are at the beginning of Goodwood Festival of Speed. As I mentioned in the car, it's been widened at the front by 1.6 inches. Look at the massive fender flares here, and I love the side vents to allow for additional cooling of the brakes. Hot air exits out that way. We've also got additional brake cooling back here because it's 3.1 inches wider at the rear. Now we've got Forged wheels, 19 inches, wrapped in sticky Michelin tires. Coming around to the rear of the C63. Also part of the aerodynamics package is a larger rear carbon fiber wing, quad exhaust. I think we should probably pop the hood. You'll note it has a 6.3 badge on the side. That's kind of to honor the 300 SEL of the past that had a 6.3 liter. This actually has a 6.2 liter. Opening up the massive hood of the C63 Black Series, that beautiful 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8, basically the same as in the SLS, 510 horsepower, 457 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in just 3.8 seconds. And of course, all the power is sent to the rear wheels, so you can do epic burnouts. Taking a look at the car's interior, we've got beautiful leather and Alcantara seats, carbon fiber throughout the interior. It is very simple. That generation of car didn't have the prettiest of interior, but it still looks purpose-built. Love the Alcantara steering wheel, flat bottom, feels great in your hand, analog gauges, and as I mentioned previously, it's a no-cost option to add in the rear seats, but you can also get it without the seats to save weight. We've also got this lovely red seatbelt. And as with every Mercedes of this generation, we've got the mode select dial from Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus to manual. I drove it in manual all day today. We've got paddles mounted on the steering wheel, which don't work quite as well as I would like. Sometimes they're not all the most responsive. But in Sport Plus mode, if you leave it in automatic, which I would never do, it does respond pretty well. How is this for a cool camp setup that Koenigsegg has? I'm surrounded by 7 Koenigsegg's. They've got 2 different bars, dinner tables set up. Let me walk you through some of the most spectacular ones that they've got. This is called the Agera RSN. I am in love with the light blue color, the white contrast, the carbon fiber. Coming over, we've got a CCX, another Agera over there, and then check out the contrasted colors on this beautiful blue with tan interior Regera. I absolutely love that. And something you don't see very often, not like you see these often, but a 1-to-1. Check out the wing on the back of the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. Talk about downforce. And then, ooh, nice license plate, my 1-to-1. We've got 2 Regeras over here as well. Well guys, there you have it. The day before Goodwood Festival of Speed, doing a mini rally with SHMEE150 in the C63 Black Series. This car was amazing. It sounds incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.